Well, good afternoon, and thanks everyone for coming to our little reception here. I think I remember about 3 years ago we opened up in Louisville, and Louisville. Say it again. Louisville. It's my New York accent. I apologize for that. But we started off with 50 folks, and right now we're up to 650. A naming on our building, and we're pretty excited. I have, thank you. And a really big partner of ours has been the mayor and his entire crew that has worked with us. I also have Stuart Irving, who I'll introduce in a bit after, but I'll turn it over to you, Mayor. Thank you again.
Thank you, Steve. It's great to be with everybody here today. It's another congratulatory day for our friends at Computershare. And just a little bit of history. I remember the first time we got together with the Computershare team. It's kind of a strange situation, okay? So you get these anonymous people and companies that are interested in your city. And so you don't know who they are, you don't know what their name is, and of course, Marilyn Wiederwall, who's right here, leads our economic development team. You know, we're furiously doing research and looking like who could these folks be so we can find out everything we could find out about them. And, you know, so we have our edge here. But you're sitting down at the table, it's like, you know, I'm Steve, you know, I'm Stuart, I'm Mary. It's like, yes, and what's your last name and where are you from? And it's like, you know, it's all top secret because they're looking at many different cities. So it's kind of an odd thing we go through from time to time. But even as we kind of met anonymously, we weren't anonymous to them, around the table, I could sense that this could potentially be a really special relationship with the Computershare company, because it wasn't just about, you know, a building, and it wasn't just about a location. There were questions they asked, you know, about the people in our city, the values that we have in our city, that were kind of deeper and more cultural type of questions that you frequently don't get when you're talking to a company. So I said, you know, man, I hope we get these guys, because this is a relationship that could really benefit everybody here in our city. It's not just a financial transaction. Of course, that needs to make sense, but the great partnerships are a lot more than just a financial transaction. So it was really, to my great delight, when Computershare chose to locate here to become part of our community. And I thought it was a great business decision, by the way, guys. You guys really, it was a sound decision here. But we said, and this was about, you know, three and a half years ago when they made the decision. Barbara Sexton Smith was cheering loudly here, our councilwoman. Thank you so much, councilwoman. Let's give it up for Barbara Sexton Smith. But what we said to Steve and Frank and everybody, Deb, was you guys are coming in at a great time. I mean, our city's really getting ready to accelerate to a whole another level here, and you guys have seen that, and you've been a big part of it. We've created 72,000 new jobs here just in the past 4 years, and so Computershare has been a big part of that, as well as $13 billion in construction going on in our city. Unemployment's obviously down, but you guys are attracting good folks. And I see the Computershare people on the streets of Louisville when I see them out at 4th Street Live, and I do a little secret shopper kind of interviews, ask them, well, tell me about Computershare. How is it to work there? How's the management doing? You know, and you get a lot of excited people. They're proud to be part of your all's team, so that's really a good thing. So just a lot going on in the city, including this gorgeous new building right here. There's 20 other hotels that are happening in Louisville right now, so we're a city on a move, and I thought we had a really strong business case to make for our city. And what we have found is our city has been a great platform for Computershare to meet and exceed its goals of a great public company servicing other great companies in their ability to grow. And they've been able to do that not only because of your all's great strategy, great management, obviously, you know, but great folks that you've moved to town, and great employees that you've hired here as well. Oftentimes, too, when you're talking to folks, it's like, we want to help your city. Okay, then the moment of truth comes. Well, will you really help our city? And I want to tell you, Steve, Frank, Stuart, your team has shined as part of the fabric of our city in an incredible way. Yes. And and we've converted, from us, we're always going to kind of woo you to do more, but now your team is wooing people to our city as well. Deb, especially you. You're constantly there helping us out, and I really appreciate that. But the Computershare team has become part of the Compassionate Louisville initiative. They've become a major sponsor of our Louisville bike sharing program. They're sponsoring Gallapalooza. They've joined the Louisville Sustainability Council and established a community garden. They measure their carbon impact and are offsetting it by planting trees in our community. And they've participated in Give a Day at the Family Scholar House, and they've sponsored the Family Scholar House graduation, just amongst other activities. So pound for pound, and when you guys came into the city, I wish everybody would be as prolific as you guys are, and it really makes a big difference to the health of our city. So thank you very much for that. I want to just say one other thing. We have 3 big city values: lifelong learning, health, and compassion. And once Computershare made the decision to locate in Louisville, I'll tell the story so you probably remember it. I asked Steve, I said, all this competition, you had 42 cities, I think it was, that you guys were looking at. Why did you end up selecting Louisville? And he just looked at me and he said, I loved your city's focus on compassion. So it's allowed me to say compassion is good for business. It's not just the right thing to do, but as we define compassion as respect for every human being so their full potential is flourishing. You cannot be a great business. You cannot be the best business in your industry if all the human potential of your employees is not flourishing. So Computershare really, really gets that and has been a great model for our city. So I just want to say to the entire Computershare team, on behalf of all Louisvillians, we really, really appreciate you all being here and your continued confidence and investment in our city. Thank you very much.
So I figured after 3 years of knowing the mayor, I would now tell you my name is Stephen Rothblum, and I'm the CEO of the U.S. business. I've kept that as a secret. But no, we echo your thoughts, and we've been so pleased, honestly. And the 650 is the number that we have now, but that should continue to keep climbing. So with that, I want to introduce a good friend of mine and the CEO of Computershare globally, who came in for this occasion as well, my friend Stuart Irving.
Thank you, Steve. Louisville is a natural location for a modern and ambitious company like Computershare. We're really grateful to Mayor Fisher and his team, not only for today, but for all the support in the last 3 years. 3 years ago, we were at employee number 1, and today we're over 650, and we're marking that with an occasion of putting our brand on the tower that we're working in. But it would be remiss of me also not to thank the dedication for the Computershare staff who uprooted their lives and their family and have found a fantastic place to be in Louisville and its surrounds. It was them that built the teams that we have here today, and it was fantastic for me to meet many of the staff today, and you can really see the compassion and also the passion and values that they have and the excitement about Computershare and the investment that we have in the community, which is just a fantastic thing. We will continue to work with Mr. Mayor's office over the coming months to find even more roles to bring to the city and more opportunities to give back to the community. And we'll continue to offer Kentucky's best workers opportunities for career and progression, and that's what Computershare is all about. So on behalf of all of us in Computershare all around the world, we just want to pass on our sincere gratitude for all the support and continue to say how excited we are to be here in Louisville. Thank you.
I wanted to just highlight a few names. Deb, why don't you step forward? Frank, as long as you have 2 drinks in your hand. And Nancy Hirsch, come join. This is just part of the crew that has made this possible for us. I thank you, and they deserve to be up here. Great job. Thank you. As the champagne moves over toward us, I would like to turn it back to Stuart for a little toast. Let's see, Mayor, are you drinking this early in the afternoon? It's not in the morning.
Okay, yeah, you could have bourbon too here, Steve, but that's a whole other story. I want to recognize Rebecca Flyshaker from our team. Rebecca has provided top-notch concierge service to Computershare from day one, and their success in our city would not be possible without the great work that you've done, Fly. Great job to you.
Well, it is a little bit odd drinking champagne. I'm much more of a cold beer guy, but please join me. Raise your glasses in toasting the city. Also to toast Meidinger Tower, where we are, and also Computershare's excellent team here. Ladies and gentlemen, to Louisville and Computershare.
Cheers. Cheers.